Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Prrrr. My name is Kojo Sheldon. The head is big for a reason. Now, this episode, they can't do basketball. As I can't sit here, then my people for the house, they laugh me. But then, it don't be anything. Ignorance there, so no. But yes, we can't have conversation about the NBA playoff. Yes, things they happen. People are cooking. People who said they were fine or they are fine in the West, they are nowhere to be found. And a lot of things they happen. People are showing their true colors and things. So yes, I have my season basketball pundit here with me. Boss, what be your name?
I'll be Sly.
You where you go carry squad camera and play FIFA with them ship me.
I think you say you did form, so I'll test you.
Boss man.
I'll be Teddy.
Teddy, and
I'll be George Nene.
bro, one cast who the Twitter I will sound you right now. What be the name?
I'll be George Nene.
Okay. All right, Charlie, run us through what is happening.
So before we start with the playoffs, let's just run through how we got here. So the basketball is an 82 game season. So all the teams play 82 games, and we've got the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference. Top 8 in the East, top 8 in the West make it straight to the playoffs. So top 6 in the East make it straight to the playoffs. Top 6 in the West make it straight to the playoffs. Last 2 years, the playing games were introduced where seeds 7 to 10 meet each other in the West, seeds 7 to 10 in the East also meet each other in the West. So yeah, that was how things went down. And now for the playing games, I just want to throw this question to Teddy. Who do you think impressed you most with the playing games for the Eastern Conference?
This is a player where people have written him off, he's not that looked at, but then Calanderson.
Very, very strong.
Very, very, very strong. He's slow. He's like a tortoise, but then he's making the point. He's really making the point. Slow but sure, but he's making the point.
All right, so George, Charlie, who impressed you most for the playing game?
Oh, he be Mike Conley. Then we all thought this guy was done, but looking at how he played the Lakers, he really played very well, and he dropped like 25, and he was the clutch guy at the ending moments when AD went to foul him.
Yeah, the last
foul, and you need a player like that because that foul was a 3-point free throw, and you need a clutch player at that moment to stand up and score all the Mike Conley did very well.
Yeah, so after the playing game, now the seeds were able to match up against each other in the playoffs. So yeah, first versus 8th, second versus 7th, third versus 6th, and so on and so forth. So yeah, Saturday the playoff game started, and it was very, very interesting. With the first playoff game, Sixers versus Nets, it seemed like a blowout. Sheldon, what did you think about the Sixers versus Nets?
Wait, where my net?
The Nets just because
KD, God go punish me. You see, the day I ordered that shirt, KD moved to Phoenix Suns. But you see, Brooklyn, they don't stand a chance against the Sixers, and it is the fact, bro. You see, no matter what, you see, we have individual brilliance in the team, like the Bridge, what be the name? Mikal Bridges, dropping the points and all. But then when it comes to a team, like teams that can drop, okay, we have 4 or 5 players who can, what happened to Cam Thomas?
Well, in the playoffs, you have to play defense and offense, and for Cam Thomas, defense is
but
is a
then
problem for him.
He's that guy who is always talking about, I want play time and things. You put him we put down for one match inside, he go drop 30, the next match he go vanish. Defensively, he's very useless. And you see, this is the team where them get. Right now, KD no day, Kyrie no day. The team he cast. So make them forget. Sixers, then go. This no be sweeping, no. He be a brash. Some of them will wipe over. So me, I'm not surprised. Okay. It's not like they stand it. Then they check like Arsenal with the Champions League. They go put Arsenal for top points.
They go bottom everything. Interesting thoughts from Sheldon. So yeah, that was Sixers versus Nets, where Sixers powered through game 1, getting the victory. Now for Celtics versus Atlanta. Teddy, I know you're a Celtics fan.
I would like to talk something about this Nets.
The Sixers game, okay.
If you watch the Nets, then they play good basketball. But then they lack people that could break the interior D. They were playing good basketball, and the Sixers, their perimeter D was very weak at that point. So you need clutch players to be taking all those shots. But then Mikal Bridges was taking the work on himself, passing around, making all those passes. But then the people on the Nets rosters, they were not on their
average players.
Yeah, like that.
To add to that, you see, they have Watanabe, they have Harris, and they have Seth Curry.
Good 3-point.
Imagine they have one superstar, one all-star player. Added to Mikal Bridges.
But someone could argue that if Mikal Bridges started on the Brooklyn Nets, he could have made the All-Star game. But because he was on the Suns,
arguably,
okay, but yeah, putting that one aside, okay.
We shouldn't wipe out the fact that Joel Embiid, although he didn't get his good game that day, but then you give credit to the coaching. It started
Doc
by them
Rivers.
playing double teaming. They were double teaming Joel Embiid. But then the net coach, he saw that. Sorry, the Doc Rivers of the 76ers saw that. He came out of that. So then he wasn't making Joel Embiid enter the D. He came out at the perimeter.
You
And
say
then,
enter the D. D.
So concerned with it.
Emphasis on D. Nigga.
But let's not focus too much on the Sixers game because it was a blowout. Now another blowout in the East. Celtics versus Hawks. Charlie, they talk say Celtics get Fala. Atlanta, Trae Young, they say we Fala.
Trae Young yesterday came today. They funny me. Somebody went to ship your ass. You can't be tweeting.
You go there, I'll
then you they give Austin Reeves fans lessons. Bro, your ass go hoop.
You don't go back there, go.
He's supposed to be in the gym. I don't know why that nigga is tweeting. And you see, them go ship them, sir. Instead of you to go and train, Trae Young, they shock me past. You see, this is where I have a problem with some of these players. Individual players who are supposed to lead the charge. When it comes to some of these teams, they'll go on the court, drop stinkers, they'll come on social media.
Come and tweet.
Ja Morant, come out.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
So with the Atlanta Hawks, one could say maybe the Celtics defense was too much for them. Now, Teddy, I know you're a Celtics fan. What do you think was the X factor that made the Celtics beat the Hawks so easily?
The thing is, this season, it's like last season, Tatum. If you get ball, he did force threes. But this season, if he gets, he did pass, he did drive. So it's like
so you say your man
this
mature.
is a clear blowout match. So it's like we are relaxing. We did cruise in this match. If you cruise game, you don't have a chance. They don't get chance. You relax. We go blow them 30 next match.
Okay.
I see the scoreline for like the first quarter.
First quarter, then they're open inside.
It was too bad. It was too bad.
Open inside.
to this Celtics side, if you watch the 2020 the season, we go All-Star, then it be LeBron James, he be the MVP for the All-Star.
Yeah.
Lakers win out. We go 2021, it be Giannis, he be All-Star for the MVP for the All-Star inside. 2021 chip, he win out.
Yeah,
2022,
this is
Kerry was the
MVP.
in the All-Star. 2022 chip, he win out. So then the conversation, they enter Jason Tatum. So we dey watch him. This time I'll make you no go test Kobe Bryant, then come down.
Charlie, retire.
You go finish, then go change your profile picture.
Retire the narrative.
Nah, stop that nonsense.
Retire the narrative.
If you, Kobe Bryant will go to the and win every match, ship everybody. You don't go you don't go be the play. You go come there, you go ask a empathy, be no person, and a mamba forever. Whoa, the guy is dead. Play basketball.
Interesting. So for the Celtics, for me personally, I think the X factor was probably their center, Robert Williams, did everything for them, rebounding, defending. He was there. Now to the game which dominated the headlines on Saturday. Sacramento Kings versus Golden State Warriors. Charlie, the Warriors fans, I don't say more vex,
Golden State guy.
No.
Muslim kid guy.
So George, what do you think? What do you think was the X factor? What do you think caused the Kings to win that game? Because for some of the Warriors fans, they were like, okay, Kings be the Fala seed for inside. So then they try get a 6 seed so they go play them. What do you think?
Honestly, then I don't really watch the matchup. But then it be validation for the Kings. Because if the Warriors had that edge and won that game, the conversation would be we told you guys that the Kings are the weak spots in the third seed. But then as the Kings man up go win, you go Sacramento. That is their first playoff bet since 2006. 17 years now. They came back, they met the defending champions, and we were expecting a good game. They gave us a good game. They won and they went to light the beam. So the Golden State Warriors fans, the Muslim kid, what's it Twitter now? No.
That guy
Chef Coco, clutch 3, you miss out. If he be playoffs final, like by now you root.
They run him off like machine gun, Charlie.
So for that Kings game, you know what? I was listening to Coach K, and he was like, people were complaining, why didn't they play Kerry more minutes? But Kerry is getting older. You can't keep playing him more minutes. He was saying they have to focus more on how to manage the non-carry minutes. So for the non-carry minutes, you're expecting probably Jordan Poole to step up. Even Wiggins coming back from injury was very good. But Poole was very shaky. And for Sacramento Kings, even though Sabonis didn't play well, we have to give credit to Malik Monk, who was very big for them. And then he generated a lot lot of offense when
there's another guy on the Kings team.
Fox.
Yeah, they play them be brothers or something.
For Kentucky.
And you see, this be one thing that always atmosphere be very important. You see the build up to the game. The way they made the whole thing look like, bro, this is World Cup finals.
I mean, they play some chair.
Them even a big E40. One, what be
rapper.
Yeah, the rapper.
Yeah,
he
the
supports
A40
this guy,
rapper.
Golden State.
Yeah.
Your man go. You say they say he block somebody, then come out time for that, and it was like the atmosphere. This one was like workout. But you see, me, this thing, it no be anything. See what the Golden State were they are going to do to them. See what Draymond Green. I mean, after that man, I don't know whether he wants to do podcast or he wants to play basketball.
And I'm more NBA players they do podcast.
After the match, now he went to do a podcast thing. He said, "Make people know why." Nah, what is coming there? I see the storm is. Yesterday, he said the storm is coming. The way they will help them.
Charlie, I mean,
they will come to California.
Yeah,
relax.
You see, Adikabo, in the middle of the season, then bring new coach. That be Brown.
Yeah, Mike Brown.
Yeah. So
probably
Brown,
the coach of the year too.
Oh yeah, he coached what be name Warriors for some time before he go Kings. So he no really try. Then they know they sit up. Warriors know they sit up. But everyone was like, "Is this the guy? Is this the guy?" But he came in. He brought him some pieces, and then
Charlie,
from Warriors to Kings Dema Stadium, 1 hour 30 minutes drive. This be Manchester debut. It be debut. Serious. It be debut. This it not be play match. It be debut. It be serious game.
You don't see the
serious game.
Yeah.
It be serious game.
The whole stadium was
everyone's hyped.
For the Kings, then come chair, so they
You the bab with a little flop. Warriors can come.
See, he be Kings in 5. Kings in 5.
And you see, one thing is they have nothing to lose. If they are butchered out of
everybody
the
they expected them to come out.
Yes.
Yeah.
Golden State Warriors with it, bro.
Defending champs, so Charlie, pressure they top small. But we know what the Warriors experience, they go fit do anything. Now let's move to Sunday where more of the agenda set where the likes of
we are fine in the West.
the likes of Agogo and co-worker tweet say Charlie, Lakers and Charlie.
Agogo basketball though.
This is what I will foresee. I'll go for that. Okay, so now
Shabbat.
that first game, Lakers versus Grizzlies.
Oh.
For Grizzlies, for Grizzlies in home court. Now, Sheldon, if you watch that game, what do you think happened?
Austin, is it Austin
Reeves?
No,
Yeah.
him. Austin Reeves.
That be the name now.
Your man make the shot. I'm him.
Yeah.
Say LeBron, sit down. You see this. I don't say the Lakers fan. They know they like my general manager, Rob Pelicans.
Yeah. Pelinka.
Then for Tankam for that trade he did for
After
Kendrick
the trade deadline, I feel like we've seen 2 Lakers teams this year.
Yeah,
Before
true,
the trade deadline.
true.
Kendrick now was asked at the end of the You go Washington, they do
anything.
Then for Tankam, because that Japanese guy then carry him.
Hachimura.
My goodness.
5 out of 6
very
from
strong.
the 3-point
Then
line.
for Tankam, and you see AD the ball, LeBron the ball. The
Hachimura boy the ball.
everybody the ball. So everyone is averaging 20 points. Then go bring.
Oh, but that one, it be literally impossible for 4 players in the whole of the playoff series to average 20. For LeBron and AD, it becomes hard. For Hachimura, it go really hard.
You know the matter. They just have to be effective.
Yeah,
that
very,
is one thing the Grizzlies don't have. This guy always want to carry ball and go and dunk. And you see, we come to that talk.
All right, so George, I know you love playing basketball X's and O's. What do you think was the deciding factor for the Lakers to grab the victory over the Grizzlies?
Anthony Davis.
Bro, your man heads will come back. You ever see Anthony Davis where he heads will come back?
Ever. It never happened before.
He will come back.
I can feel my arm.
He had no shall they go to it say he be plastic. Hey,
Wait.
It be glass.
But hold on. That be how he did.
Yeah.
If you touch him small or he did break. So then if you say no, they come back. The Muslim kid come to it say, oh, he's back. I said, hey, this guy.
This time he said, yeah, so yeah, George.
Anthony Davis made a difference. Because if you go this match, you have to make sure that Jaren Jackson Jr., you go limit him. Ja Morant, that Memphis Grizzlies team, when we saw Ja Morant in the last year's playoffs, he was good around the perimeter. But this time, as I watch him, now he the fumble. He must understand that you've been to the Western Conference semi-final. You were 2 up. You were getting all those chances. Cool down. This is just game 1. Play your basketball. But then AD made a difference. As AD hit, then they see Jaren Jackson Jr., he the fist. He said he the protect in paint. The Sana they attack the Lakers them a paint. So it was good for AD to come back. Because as he come back, then not everything make sense. And the play they were playing, it was suiting Hachimura. Because Charlie, your postseason, you for play well and Austin him Reeves.
That's the name. Austin him Reeves.
When it got to the time that it mattered most. That is why we are in the playoffs. That is the clutch moments. You have to man up.
The Kobe spirit.
He took the 3, went up and got the 2. So that is all we need. And also and this Lakers team, they've been getting the clash moments. We saw that from Dennis Schroeder freeze. So then,
what will be very interesting, we haven't seen LeBron even play as a spot-up shooter. But in that game, we had to see him spot-up because everything was going to Austin Reeves and Hachimura. So
LeBron, I'll be LeBron stan. But this one,
LeBron sexual.
The turnovers be too much, bro.
You have to talk about that one.
If this guy can't give up, hey, what be his name? The guy we left. Oh, Ras.
Charlie.
He
left the team. Why put the still the
Ras the block ball for 8.
But my problem is saying, you Grizzlies, there's playoffs. There's always the home advantage.
Yeah.
Why you make Lakers come your house? Your fans they root for you. You lose. LeBron see this thing, bro.
You say if they didn't go back to
there's no blood.
I know they cut you, but you see, LeBron, if he lose the game once up, LeBron has lost the game one in the playoffs 21 times.
Yeah.
He's gone ahead to win them 12 times, the most by any player in the franchise history. So he win the game one or he lose the game once up, advantage Lakers. And to me, from what I've seen, if AD can stay active, LeBron can play his best ball. Austin Reeves can get the clash moments. Freeze, then the shooter can also man up. Lakers in 4.
But Grizzlies are young team.
you know what's surprising? Usually when the playoffs start, everybody's backing the higher seed.
Yeah.
The Grizzlies, remind that they are the number 2 seed.
Yeah.
They are backing a number 7 seed over a number 2
Bro,
seed.
you know they matter for the playoffs.
Very, very
now,
interesting.
the people said, or people are saying on social media, say, if Ja no hater, like they go win the, they concern me.
Oh, but
No,
he
that
said
one,
the fourth quarter.
Now,
late
listen,
side.
you see, Ja for learn how to, if for fine-tuning game. It not be every ball. You they go down on AD.
Crazy. We start ball now. You won't go.
You won't go down.
We just
The
started.
guy just do like this way, hit and wait. It'll be the end. You see, fine-tune your game. Find ways and me. It not be every. You won't get highlights. Then
Yeah.
you know the need. You get the ball pass. If you know, I don't. He be good 3-point shooter. Why
He
always
has
run down?
improved. He has improved. From his rookie, I think he has
Yeah.
improved.
If
Now,
you don't fine-tune game, I go tell the Rose.
hey, Charlie.
Hey,
Oh no, I'm just.
But the
saying.
roster wasn't bad. The roster wasn't bad.
The Rose was one season, bro. That season, that MVP season, that was it.
If you know heads like the Rose,
Exactly,
the Rose.
that's my point.
Yeah.
This conversation we will have later because it's a very, very big conversation. Now, for that game, I feel like the X's and O's came from the Grizzlies where they had lost both of their backup centers, Brandon Clark and then Steven Adams. So maybe that was the reason. Now, moving away from that game, we saw Miami Heat versus the Milwaukee Bucks. Everybody was tipping Giannis to do something, but unfortunately for him, he came down with
he's
the
a macho man.
Yeah, the macho man. Even the macho man. Even the macho man.
Now, quickly,
bully people.
quickly, let's brush through this one. Now, if Giannis isn't back for game 2, they are going back to Miami. Teddy, what do you think? If Miami is able to get the win in game 2 and they're able to go 2-0 up, you think it's impossible for Milwaukee to come back?
For me personally, playing, I write Miami off.
Wow.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, against
Because
as the first game.
Butler no be player at the CC, he go fit build franchise around.
Hey,
No,
Charlie.
serious. I will say it here.
Hey.
Jimmy Bucket is not a player you can build a team
So if
around.
you know which we go finals.
True. No, as in when it gets tough, he needs someone to back him, and there's always not Bam. No, they show up always.
So it's not his fault.
It's not his fault, but
So
then.
how are you saying? Say
You can't build a
For me, that's my point of view. I know
Okay,
they like
Gabby.
his style, but he's
Okay,
a good.
interesting.
He's a good number 2. He's a good defensive player, but then he's not that guy. He's not that guy. He's not that guy.
Final. Okay, so the final game. Okay, it wasn't the final game, but where it made all the big headlines. Clippers versus Suns.
Yes.
Yeah.
The number 4 seed versus the number 5
My
seed.
team.
The biggest matchup. Now, the way as he said, George said, make happy as we mention Clippers. Make I go to our first.
if it's a KD, that's why you root like that.
No,
He's
I'm
Clippers fan. Clippers fan.
I'll be Paul.
Okay,
My
so
name
now-
is George.
Okay.
Hey, Charlie, relax.
But then you root because he they go against KD. That's why you root.
Interesting. So now going into that matchup, everybody was saying, Charlie, without Paul George, the Clippers are cooked.
Yeah.
What happened?
Me honestly, then now no if you watch the game.
Pressure.
For real, now no if you watch the game because then the way I see the game, then I figure we go lose because coming into this game, KD has started in anytime the Phoenix Suns will name KD in their lineup,
Yeah, 8-0. 8-0.
8-0. So they won. That winning streak meeting the Clippers. Now this Clippers side, Tyloo they worry with in rotations then.
Yeah.
So you watch this Phoenix Suns last year. Let's not forget that they topped the division. They fell out in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They are coming back.
Doncic could them, but
They made some kind of trades. Now they get KD on the team, a very good perimeter shooter. That guy, if you give him space for the arc, he really go worry. So they're not at the fear though. But then as I wake up, see the scoreline, then I was really
Yeah, I
happy.
get it.
This guy Westbrook, Woo! No matter what, if you like drop 50 points or make you reach finals, then win the chip, you go left. I know they like you.
You know, somebody where you block shots with.
Charlie, he 3 for 19, but impact on the defensive end.
It was
Russell,
crazy.
cool down. Russell, 10 over Westbrook.
Hey,
Charlie,
why the names drop people?
No.
Alright, so
That's
George-
wrong. Make left.
So now moving to Teddy. Now with that game, we saw a lot of mid-range assassins on the floor. We saw Kawhi, we saw
Kawhi.
Booker, we saw Chris Paul, and
Yeah.
then Kevin Durant. Suns had 3 of them, but yet still couldn't pull off the victory at their home court. What was the problem?
You see, they start the match. Clippers, like people are not they like people. That be first thing. People are not they like people. But then they start the match with PG off. I was like, bro, you didn't have this time the chance. But then Russell, Terrence Mann, defense,
Big energy.
You see, KD, that's a defense way. If you did yanda, you know the same thing.
Like last year, Celtics, they take
Celtics,
you out.
this guy,
Tatum cross some hard.
You debab. Right now, I be like, KD is not feared that much. He's not feared that much. It's like any normal person, just DM.
We're 34.
Big statement from Teddy. KD is not fair. Now, to a KD stand, shouted, what do you think went wrong for the Phoenix Suns? Hey, your man, Kevin Durant.
Pay attention to this particular series, what they happen between the Suns and the Clippers. It's going to be bloody, like period.
Already the bad blood day between Westbrook
Bro,
and
you
KD.
go, you see, they go cook themselves for there. And you see, one thing I dey fear for the Suns, we say, Kawhi Leonard, the day in 2019, you see that he ran against the
Raptors.
Yeah.
Where KD heads for the final.
If this thing continues, it's over. If this, yesterday he dropped 38,
Yeah.
5 rebounds,
Yeah.
whatever, assistant, bro. If this kind of form continues for the, but me, you see, I'm a KD sexual. I believe in KD to deliver when it matters, and he's going to deliver. I mean, he has done it with Brooklyn.
With the Warriors.
Warriors.
I know he's, and that's why I say pay attention to. See, it's going to be 1-1, 2-1, 2-2.
Oh, I feel like that is the biggest match up in the playoffs so far.
But big ups to this guy. I don't say they like him. Big ups to Ras.
Ras, big
and
game.
I feel like the reason why they try to say, you see, Lakers fans, they be toxic. The way they move to your man, like every single day. Ras. I think, what be the other name? Westbrook.
Westbrook. Yeah.
It's too much. Like the environment was so toxic for him.
Very
I think
toxic.
he's thriving here because he dey play basketball. I don't think there is much attention on him, and probably he's doing whatever he likes on the court and things. So yeah, shout outs to Ras.
You see, at the tip, Clippers, because always defense, they win playoffs. They win series. You people, with the kind of defense people they play,
Even without
Paul George, bro.
Wait, that guy is he coming back?
No,
No,
not
this-
in the first round. Not in the first round. So he'll definitely not play against the Suns. Now, for that game personally, let me chip in before we end things. Now, for me personally, I was looking at Tylu's rotations because during the regular season we go see Marcus Morris. Then he will come from Bassa, then the thing to go work. This time around, Marcus Morris be DNP. He no touch ball. Say.
That Marcus Morris say me, I dey play basketball pass.
Hey.
bro.
So see, so
Somebody get personal trainer.
Charlie,
You see my play before.
Oh, relax.
So for Tylu's rotations, that was spot on. Ras was very, very big. Now, without Paul George, we needed a second scorer. And then in the regular season,
Yeah, it's a Clipper.
so we needed a second scorer. So Norman Powell coming in with a lot of points also helped that. Shout out to Eric Gordon as well. So yeah, that was what happened this weekend for the NBA playoffs. NBA playoffs is each and every day. So yeah, make sure to tune in. That was the basketball side of things. Now, with the way things are going, the nominees have come out for Defensive Player of the Year. Now, that's the final question. Just who's your Defensive Player of the Year and why do you think he has to win? Very quickly.
Jaren Jackson Jr. If you're a defender, you don't only protect your paint, you attack the opposition's paint. Now we are seeing that he's been averaging about 22 points per game.
Yeah.
Upon the nominees that have been brought out, Brook Lopez, Ivan Mobley, and Jaren Jackson Jr. Blocks, he's leading. Points per game, he's leading. Rebounds, he's leading. And Charlie, watching that guy is amazing. So I'm tipping him to win the
Quick team. Team.
Jackson.
Triple G.
Wait. You see, Lopez. If you take Lopez out of the Milwaukee Bucks team, you still have Giannis. So it no be giddy.
Yeah.
For Mobley, if you take him out of the Cleveland, you
Yeah,
still have
Allen,
Allen.
Luffy.
So he's not that big.
But for Triple J, you jam.
Triple J, if you jam, Nobody.
I get where you're coming
Nobody.
from. But that is it for the basketball session on Prrrr today with a wonderful squad today. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Like the video if you do like the video. We'll be bringing you more playoff content as and when we can.
Bro,
Thanks for joining.
Cool down. I guess some shout outs, Michelle. Shout outs.
Make you don't talk Muslim kid.
Muslim kid then. Also shout outs to Nado.
Hey,
Hey.
Your man,
Charlie, love this.
They throw gang signs.
Charlie, so yeah, thanks for watching and subscribe to the channel. Peace out.